Yes, baby, what a big surprise. Isn't that something? Hillgrove and Grove Pit in Georgetown, here it all Thursday afternoon at 2:55 on Radio 1250 WTAE Pittsburgh. This is Larry Richard at 5 o'clock.
Testimony ends in Stone's extortion trial. This is Paul Long.
Fox Chapel student charged in a prank. This is Alexandria Chaklos.
PennDOT's got a pothole hotline. This is Neal Spence.
And the winter pattern is still with us. Light snow again tomorrow night. This is Joe Dinardo.
And this is WTAE Radio News on the Hour. Testimony concluded today in the trial of former Pittsburgh Councilman Robert Raid Stone. Stone is accused of taking a $6,300 bribe from the head of Computer Technology Associates, allegedly to see to it that the firm got a city contract. The prosecution today called a former CTA employee Janice Kincaid to the stand. She testified she met with John Torquato Jr. and Stone in March of 1984. Kincaid says that Torquato identified the former council president Stone as the one who had secured the contract for recovery of Social Security overpayments, and jurors in the federal bribery trial of Stone will hear the closing arguments tomorrow.
It's 5:01, 1 minute after 5, and 36 degrees. The complete forecast follows Pittsburgh's news and sports. And now from the WTAE Traffic Center, here's Neal Spence.
Well, looks like PennDOT is going to activate once again their pothole hotline. Now, it's going to go into effect March 10th. That will be a Monday for a 5-week period ending April the 11th. That will be on a Friday. So if you want to go ahead and get a pencil and paper handy, I'll go and give you the traffic report and give you the numbers at the end. It is heavy on Washington Boulevard by the State Police Barracks. 2-car accident. Police and medics are on the scene. Also, the boulevard is delayed for you at the northbound ramp to the Highland Park Bridge and the Allegheny River Boulevard intersection. Frankstown at Rodi Road now slowing. It's heavy on the Parkway East, or at the Dolly Parton Bend up through the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Most of the time, though, it's only at the Saline Street Bridge into the tunnel. Fort Pitt Bridge to the Wood Street Underpass. On the Parkway West, it's clear. Now, if you're traveling 79 southbound, it's going to be slow for you at the Bridgeville exit ramp, and a little more traffic going through Carnegie on Route 50. All of this because the bridge over I-79 at Kerwin Heights is closed for reconstruction. Okay, if you have the pencil and paper handy, here it is. PennDOT's pothole hotline going into effect March 10th. For Allegheny County, it's 800-242-0688. They have not listed a separate number for Washington County. Go ahead and use the Allegheny County number for right now. For Beaver and Lawrence counties, it's 800-642-1953. March 10th, it goes into effect 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All they'd like to know is as specific as possible for the location of the hole, giving the traffic route number or the road. This is Neal Spence, 1250 and out.
Announcing the most spectacular offer for high-fashion eyeglasses and contact lenses in Pittsburgh. America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses is having an incredible anniversary sale. America's Best Doctors of Optometry take care of your eyes, and the price. 2 pair of high-fashion frames and single-vision lenses, $39.99. Remember, 2 pair of eyeglasses, $39.99. America's Best is having an amazing introductory anniversary offer for new patients. 2 pair of Bosch & Lomb and other fine quality soft contacts, $29.99. Imagine getting 2 pair of soft contacts for $29.99. If you're not satisfied within 30 days, return the lenses and get a refund. Call America's Best now for a no-obligation appointment, 856-7600, 856-7600. America's Best, 4 locations, Clark Building downtown, Parkville Building Monroeville, Castle Shannon in the Lebanon Shops, and their newest location in the North Hills, Ferrymont Building, Route 19. Call 856-7600. That's 856-7600.
Their name is America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses, and they're proud of it.
WTAE News Time 5:04. All 3 of Allegheny County Commissioners traveled to Washington, D.C. today to meet with Senators Hines and Specter and members of the Western Pennsylvania congressional delegation. They discussed what effect federal budget cuts will have on county programs. We asked Commissioner Tom Forster what specific programs they talked about.
Funding for the airport. We're going to need approximately $66 to $70 million from the federal government to build the midfield terminal on our Greater Pittsburgh International Airport development. We think it's the key to economic recovery in Allegheny County.
That's Commissioner Forster. He said other programs that will be affected by Graham-Rudman are the Port Authority and the Kane Regional Hospitals.
A 17-year-old Fox Chapel high school student has been charged with terroristic threat and disorderly conduct because of a prank. School officials said a janitor discovered a device in the school with a beeping light. He thought it was a bomb, but Fox Chapel High School principal Dr. Robert Meyer said it turned out to be a shotgun shell.
The building was vacated. The building was searched, and the county bomb squad came in. It was turned out in the end, that it was not a device that would have exploded. There was some potential for fire, as we understand, but it would not have exploded.
Dr. Myers said the student accused of making the device has been suspended from school. The last holdout in the East Street Valley Expressway project has been moved out by PennDOT. Dan Casciato said he wasn't able to find a place for his construction company, so he just stayed.
Any of the realtors that we contacted could find, they were talking the neighborhood of, $350,000, $400,000 for a comparable piece of property. And, $120,000 just doesn't reach buying a piece of property for, $350,000 or $400,000.
Casciato, who was moved out yesterday, said PennDOT crews packed up his equipment and put it in storage until he finds a place for his business. The move cost PennDOT about $75,000.
An arbitrator has ruled that the Port Authority must provide 7 union employees with company-owned cars to travel from home to work. Arbitrator Patrick Basile, an associate dean and law professor at Duquesne University, ruled making the workers use public transportation would be inconvenient. Pat stopped the union workers from taking company cars home at night 2 years ago in order to cut costs. Police in Sweden are offering a $70,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the killer of Prime Minister Olof Palme. The White House says South Africa is taking a step toward reform by announcing that it will lift the state of emergency declared last July.
More news, sports, and weather upcoming on WTAE. It's 5:06.
Hi, I'm Lou Pappen, and during Lent, in all Pappens, we are cooking 3 seafood specials for you, and you're going to like them. They're only $3.87. And while you're there, you can sign up for a free trip to Orlando, Florida for 2 people, and the air and the hotel is on us. So remember, I promise you, good food, good service, or your money back, and that's a promise.
See Uncle Lou for 3 Lenten specials, just $3.87 and a round-trip getaway for 2 to Orlando, Florida.
Here at Fisherman's Wharf, where outdoor eating is the main attraction, we're asking this about heartburn relief. Can an antacid tablet taste good and still work?
It can when it's Remigel. Remigel tastes better than any antacid I've tried.
No chalky taste, and what a job it does on heartburn.
New soft, chewy Remigel. It combines good taste with the same effective relief of acid indigestion and heartburn you get in 2 teaspoons of the leading liquid.
Relief never tasted so good.
Switch to new soft Remigel for liquid relief in every good-tasting tablet. Use only as directed.
This is WTAE News at 5:07. The State Liquor Control Board says they plan to hold a special discount sale of more than 400 items, which will be closed out in state liquor stores. Beginning tomorrow, all closed-out merchandise will be reduced by 50%.
Retiring IRS Commissioner Roscoe Egger says there will not be a repeat of horror stories of lost tax returns and unanswered taxpayer phone calls this year. But he warned Congress today that the IRS needs more money or it'll have wasted its modernizing program. Now for a look at what happened on Wall Street today, let's go live to Jim Schuler, Kidder Peabody in the U.S. Steel Building.
Good afternoon. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Charles Dickens could have written the script for the market today. The Dow Jones average gained strength through the morning session, reaching a high of plus 13 points before the late afternoon sell-off began. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finally closed at 1686.30, down 10.37 points on heavy volume of 174.5 million shares. Traders said the sudden pullback in the bond market triggered the sharp sell-off in the blue chips, with many investors nervous after recent strength in the market taking profits. This is Jim Schuler at Kidder Peabody for WTAE Radio News.
Thank you, Jim. WTAE Sports. The Penguins continue their quest for a Stanley Cup playoff berth tonight. As they're on the road, they play in Calgary, the first game of a 4-game road trip. Cincinnati Reds outfielder and former Pirate Dave Parker confirmed today that he will abide by Commissioner Peter Ueberroth's fine for drug use. Parker had these comments.
Well, I've decided to play baseball this year, and I think it would have been unfair to the Reds if I decided to do otherwise. I think it's worth it to me to put it all behind me. So actually, for me, I think this is the beginning of the end. It's the issue that's been dragged on for a year, and of course, I can't say that I think that it's really right. So I think it's something that's worth my while to put it behind me. So to me, this is the beginning of the end, and now I can look on to more pleasant things, and that's winning the National League West this year.
Dave Parker of the Cincinnati Reds. And if you talk to Detroit Tigers manager Sparky Anderson, he says he has a plan to combat all these drug problems among athletes. He says you might as well start drug testing in high school. The Big East Conference Tournament gets underway tomorrow at Madison Square Garden in New York. The Panthers play Georgetown Thursday, and you can hear the game on WTAE radio starting at 2:55 p.m. Thursday. It's 5:10 in a moment. WTAE's Dinardo Weather Forecast.
At First Federal of Pittsburgh, we make it our business to know the answers to your questions about individual retirement accounts, or IRAs. Questions like this one.
Isn't the IRA mainly for rich people?
No, it's for every working man and woman. If you don't have an IRA going for you, you're missing out on an excellent opportunity to build a rich nest egg, tax-deferred. You have until April 15th, 1986, to get credit for a 1985 IRA deposit. And remember, the sooner you start your IRA, the richer your retirement years can be.
Do you have questions about the individual retirement account? Would you like to know more about the important role an IRA can perform in helping you save tax dollars on the way to a truly comfortable retirement? First Federal has all the IRA facts for you. Call our Retirement Planning Center at 392-5547. That's 392-5547. If you have IRA questions, we have the IRA answers at First Federal.
Member FSLIC.
Now it's 11 minutes past 5, and here's Joe DiNardo weather, WTAE's exclusive forecast. Here is wet, miserable Joe DiNardo.
Good evening there, sunshine. Well, the winter pattern continues with northwest flow aloft. Another cold front is now poised through the central Great Lakes. That'll be moving southeastward into our area tonight, and that's what's giving us our flurries right now. But by tomorrow night, another weak low-pressure center in the Dakotas will move southeastward along that front, and it looks like we'll pick up some occasional light snow tomorrow night and continue through Thursday. For Pittsburgh and vicinity, the DiNardo forecast tonight, cloudy and cool, snow flurries, low 30 degrees. Wednesday, mostly cloudy and cold, a few flurries, high of 38 degrees. Light snow developing tomorrow night, and on Thursday, cloudy and cold, light snow continuing, a high of 36 degrees. In the WTAE Weather Center, this is Joe DiNardo.
In Pittsburgh now, winds from the west at 9 miles an hour. The barometric pressure 2990 inches and rising. Relative humidity is 87%. With light snow falling, it's 35 degrees. Another WTAE traffic report with Neal Spence is coming up in 3 minutes.
Alexandria Chaklos will be back at 5:30 along with Howard Cosell on sports. This is Paul Long, WTAE News.
Larry Richard, WTAE, 1250 WTAE.
That's the old Supremes tune, of course, as redone in 1983 by the Phil Collins fellow who's grabbed a few Grammys last week. WTAE, it's 5:16. Larry Richard here. Coming up following this traffic report, we're going to have another chance for you to register to win a trip to Orlando, Florida when we play Trivia Mania. A bonus hour, too, with an extra prize in there. So let's get to it. Neal Spence is in the traffic center with this report on what's happening.
We have fire equipment right now going over to a vacant house that's on fire at the 500 block of Chautauqua Street. Keep an eye out for them. They just started to roll here about 3 minutes ago. It is heavy tonight on the Fort Pitt Bridge, I might add. Ramps going onto that bridge are tied up to about the Wood Street underpass. At times a little bit further, but not quite to Grant Street. 28, only one light delay. 16th and 31st Street bridges. You'll have a slowdown on Route 8 at Katanning and at Saxonburg Boulevard. And the Parkway East, of course, very slow on the Saline Street Bridge up to the tunnel. Good alternate routes tonight are Penn Avenue and also the Boulevard of the Allies to Forward Avenue to Commercial Street and straight on through to Edgewood, Swissvale. It'll save you a lot of time instead of using the Parkway. This is Neal Spence, 1250 and out.
Well, Neal, it's a special day for our president, Ron, and his wife, Nancy.
Yeah, anniversary day.
Yeah, and no fooling, he's on the line. Go ahead, sir.
Hello? Will, is this Neal?
Yes, hello, your lordship.
Will, I just wanted to call you, Neal, and maybe get a quick idea on what I might get the old, well, I don't mean old woman. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yes, your wife.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw in a last-minute gift. Now, I got her a record album here. I wondered if you'd take a listen to this and see if this would, catch the old cat's pajamas.
Would you like to press your lips to mine?
Isn't that beautiful?
That's just gorgeous. Yeah, that's wonderful.
I also picked up this little fella. Since the first dog, you know what happened. We had to ship him out. Whoa! I got her a little elephant. That'd be nice here. What do you think? A little much?
I think that might be a little much for the White House, yes.
Well, I also got her here this fancy watch. Now, I don't know what these two wires here are for, but if you touch them together, well, let's see. Look. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I don't think that'll work.
I
So,
think. You're,
listen, what do you think?
I think you're back to the record album again.
Hey, wait.
What's that?
Charles Schultz.
Oh.
Hey, keep it down over there. Hey. Is his name George or Charles?
Try George. That might work.
I don't know. Well, Neal, I gotta go. He's all over the place.
Well, you have yourself a happy anniversary.
Boy, he's really out of hand.
He is. He's totally out of hand.
Well, thanks for your help, Neal, and I'll give Nancy a little smooch for you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Bless you.
Are you comfortable? Relaxed? Enjoying this radio program? Good. I want to talk to you about Better Driver.
See one of your 4 greater Pittsburgh area Saab dealers. All right, a bonus hour for Trivia Mania players, and that could be you. WTAE, here is the question of the hour. What British group had the successful hits and videos Love My Way and The Ghost in You? I know you shouldn't know this. I wanted to make it purposefully hard. 333-9375 is the number to call. What British group had the successful hits and videos Love My Way and The Ghost in You? Think about it. Call me and we'll do lunch. If you get in and win, you'll be registered for that trip to Orlando, Florida, plus a couple of bonus prizes this hour on WTAE. Here's Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston once again, and how will I know? The young and vibrant, talented singer at age 22 and all that money. And nowhere to go but up. 525, Larry Richard, WTAE's Dinardo Weather forecast tonight. More of the same yuck we have, flurries and a low of 30. Tomorrow, cloudy and a few more flurries, the high 38. And make that a ditto for Thursday. In Pittsburgh now 36 degrees. It is time for Trivia Mania on WTAE. The question this hour, on a bonus hour, is what British group had the successful hits and videos Love My Way and The Ghost in You? Let's go to the phones. WTAE, hi.
Is it Dire Straits?
No, sir, but thanks for trying.
Okay.
WTAE, hi.
Would that be Rolling Stones?
Not the Rolling Stones. Good guess. WTAE, hi.
How about the Eurythmics?
Not the Eurythmics. Thanks for trying. WTAE, you got an answer for me.
Pink Floyd?
No, ma'am. Thanks for trying. WTAE, hi.
The Psychedelic Furs.
The Psychedelic Furs.
Yeah.
That was a weird, obscure question, but I wanted to make it hard because this is a bonus hour. Yeah, that's right. What's your name?
Lisa Pasowitz.
Lisa, guess what?
What?
You are now registered for the Thursday morning drawing for the trip for 2 to Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
And the $300 spending money that goes along with it. Plus, for calling, we're going to give you tickets for 4 to the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show at the David Lawrence Convention Center, March 14th through the 23rd. And the first Florida drawing is 7:20 Thursday morning on the Jack Bogut Breakfast Club. You got to be listening.
Okay.
Because if he calls your name, you have to call back within 15 minutes, okay? And the bonus is the Sade Promise album from CBS Records. Wow, what an hour, Lisa. Well, don't you dare go away. I'll get your information, and thanks for listening.
Okay.
You need all the Pepco you can get. 12:15 WTAE.
Well, still another Pittsburgher registered to win a trip to Orlando, Florida. You could be next. You got to listen. Every hour we'll be doing it, and we'll tell you more about it in a little bit in case you just joined us. Coming up next, Alexandria Chaklos with the headlines, Neal, Spence, traffic, and Howard Cosell, speaking of sports. Here's Bruce Springsteen, and I'm on fire. TAE. Surprise, surprise, coming up tomorrow morning on the Bogut Breakfast Club. Find out where they are on Radio 1250 WTAE Pittsburgh. It's 5:30.
I'm Alexandria Chaklos with a WTAE News update brought to you by Civic Arena Corporation, who present Hagler versus Mugabe, closed circuit, March 10th. It's 35 degrees as we check afternoon traffic with Neal.
Knockout Night.
Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Kennedy for Howard Cosell, speaking of sports. Basketball fever grabbed the headlines as Fairfield's under strong.
We are obviously having some technical difficulty with Howard Cosell, speaking of sports. We'll see if we can patch it up, and we'll We'll get right back to you on WTAE.
1250 WTAE.
That's Firefall, and You Are the Woman on WTAE. Larry Richard at 5:37, and we apologize for not having Howard Cosell speaking of sports today. Obviously, some technical difficulty. Don't you love that word? Who knows what happened, but we promise he'll be back tomorrow. The Mount Lebanon Montessori School is holding their spring children's clothing and bake sale. It comes up Saturday morning starting at 9 and runs till noon at St. Winifred's School on Sleepy Hollow Road. So if you want to check that out, get some stuff for the kids for spring, call 563-2858 to find out more.
Your days.
Tomorrow at 11 a.m., Jim Harrington has the WTAE Super Gold Countdown. He'll look at March 5th, 1961, and go back in time. He'll have the top 10 songs of that day and year for you. Stuff like Chubby Checker, Elvis, Connie Francis, and a whole lot more on Radio 1250 WTAE. WTAE with Neal Spence coming up for that last look at traffic. Does this mean the rush hour's over? We'll find out. Dinardo Weather.